Hi guys, I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Today is Wednesday, so that can only mean one thing. It means it's Top 5 Wednesday time again. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 rereads. As always, Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Lainey, and I will link her channel and the Goodreads group down below. So, as I said, this topic today was the top 5 rereads, and I'm not really sure if this means the top 5 books I like to reread, the top 5 books I have reread. I don't know. I guess that was kind of the same thing. Oh well. So I'm just going to show you guys the top 5 books that I personally like to reread a lot. The first one is going to be any of Jane Austen's works. I have read them all 2 to 3 times each. I like to go back and reread them, particularly in the winter. I don't know why, like the January, February months. I just feel more inclined to read a Jane Austen novel than any other time of the year. I don't know if it just has to do with the coolness of the weather. I don't know. Does that even make any sense? I have no idea. But that's when I like to reread them. And they're just really great books to reread. You always pick up something new every time you reread them. The next up, number 2, is The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have reread this book and this trilogy I don't know how many times since I was 11 years old. Every year or every couple years I like to reread them and go back into the world. You know, you tend to forget stuff. You read so many books, you tend to forget what you read. And so to dive back into it and get lost in the world all over again is just a fantastic thing to do. And oh, these will always have a special place in my heart. Coming in at number 3, and probably my most reread book series of all time for me, is going to be Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I love this book series so much. I have reread it I don't know how many times. I started reading it when it was just the first 3 books. And I think when those first 3 books were out, I was counting at the time. I was like 12, and I don't know why I was counting. I don't even know why I remember that, but I was. And I think before the 4th book came out, I had reread them 4 times. And then, of course, I had to read them every time another book came out, or just to fill in the void left in my soul between books. And, of course, now with no new books. So I'm always rereading them. I reread them this year, except for the last one. I still need to reread the last one. And they're just great books to reread. And look how beautiful this box set is. I love it so much. Look at that. They're at Hogsmeade, and it's snowy. So pretty. There's so many pretty Harry Potter editions. Between Harry Potter editions and Penguin, I'm going to go flat broke, I tell you. It is true. It is true. You know? I need more money for books. Number 4, and a book that I'm currently rereading and is one of my all-time favorite book series of all times, is Inda by Sherwood Smith. Guys, this book is so incredibly underrated. It's not even funny. I think on Goodreads it has under 2,000 ratings, and it is seriously one of the most amazing book series I have ever read. Currently rereading it with Sabrina from Stay Cucino, and rediscovering just how much I love this book series, because the last time I reread it was 4 years ago, when the last book came out. Fan-freaking-tastic. And last but not least, of course, with it being the Christmas season, I'm going to have to choose Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. We reread this every single year at Christmas Eve. My family, we would take turns reading select chapters from the book. We all had to take turns doing it from about pretty much the time we could read on up. We stopped it a few years ago, but still, I like to reread it. Going to be rereading it this year for my Mary Dickens Christmas read-along, so that's pretty cool. And it's just a really, really great book to reread during Christmas time because Dickens just has this way of capturing Christmas that is absolutely sublime. Alright guys, those were my top 5 reread books. Rereads? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what books you guys like to reread and what your top 5 reread picks would be. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, happy reading. Bye!